Good morning, everyone. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM and Future Digibyte OG. So, guys, I just wanted to touch base. We've been kind of floating around in a circle this morning. I wanted to see how it would look on the open this morning in the U.S. markets. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 9:30 especially is a very big teller of what's going to happen in the U.S. markets, if we're going to get a big volume spike or if we're just going to do the overall thing. The stock market is on the verge of collapse. It really is. It made this nice little push up, but I will preface this: if you're in the stock market, get to my indicators. When I was showing you guys my stuff yesterday, I might accidentally shut some stuff off. Let me restart this. It's no good if we can't see the volume. We're going to redo this. I'm going to put it back on because it's having difficulties this morning for whatever reason. But that's okay. While we're doing this, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new or returning. Turn that bell notification to all. And for the love of God, check out my Swing Traders Anonymous. I did a phenomenal update earlier for you guys on a bunch of different ones. I had COTI, I did ADA. We touched on, which ones did we go into? H-bar. Went into a few of them. XRP, Dogecoin. So we were in a bunch of them. I'm going to do quant in a little bit. So, why isn't my volume working? It's not working on the Dow. It won't show it, which is, sometimes it doesn't, which is stupid. So let's just focus on the crypto. The Dow's all fucked. That's going to implode on itself. We've been talking about that for a while. And it's starting its down trajectory. So just pay attention to that. But in the crypto markets, Bitcoin, even with the U.S. markets opening, we haven't found any volume in the 4 hour. It's dead. We've been 2.5 hours in. And our volume in 2.5 hours for Bitcoin, 3.671K. So 3,675,000 Bitcoin. 3,765 Bitcoin have been approximately in the last 2 hours and 45 minutes. That's not a lot. We're trying to make a push up, and it's not going to happen like this. XRP, the volume is brutal. It's brutal. We have 416,000 in volume in the last 2.5 hours. That's not going to get it done, ladies and gentlemen. It's just not going to get it done. You can be optimistic, but then you got to be real. XRP in the dailies, 21 million, down to 10 million, 13 million. Now we're, what are we? 14 and a half hours into this candle. We have 5.892 million. So if you prorate that, you're talking a 9 million candle on a reversal. This is a reversal candle. This is the most telling candle we've had in the better part of 8 days. This is your reversal candle to the upside, and it's getting heavily rejected. Heavily rejected. So it's something we have to pay very serious attention to. And this is something that will roll over on itself sooner rather than later. It's a little frustrating this morning. So I'm lighting my joint. Because the overall consensus on YouTube, besides Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing, like I keep saying, go check him out. He knows his shit. He's getting closer and closer to that 650 and ultimately 1,000 subscribers to become partner on YouTube. He's already got the watch time hours, so the only thing holding him back is YouTube's piss poor job of promoting newer YouTubers. And he's been around for a better part of 6 months now, so he's got a proven track record. So go check him out. Also, go check out that handsome gentleman at Swing Traders Anonymous. He won't tickle your balls, but he'll definitely put you in the right place. So he won't hold you in the vice, but he'll gently insert you into the proper position. So go check it out. It's in my video description below. All that I said, the aforementioned, is in my video description below. There's links to it all, including my Twitter, which is only 8 followers away from 400 followers. So that's pretty exciting. It's been moving pretty quickly the last 5 weeks, so I really do appreciate that. So if you haven't checked out my Twitter, I don't know what you're waiting for. Personally, I put all my content on there, and then I have tweets that I put out with pictures or just my overall sentiment of the market, or just how the Lions lost yesterday on a 66-yard field goal, an NFL record. Even though I could care less about the NFL, I was betting on the game, and I did a FanDuel lineup, and it was like a $25 lineup that I turned into $55, which, had that guy not kicked the field goal, I was at $110, but the field goal kicker pushed so many people ahead of me that I was lucky just to double my money. So I like to gamble on sports. Not a ton of money, but if I'm doing a FanDuel lineup, I'll throw $25 on a single entry and do a more upper tier one to where you can win a few $1,000s. I've won a few of the tournaments. My most notable, I've had 2 of them. One in the WNBA when it was in the playoffs. A $9.99 lineup turned into $1,200. And then a 2-way tie, of course, or 3-way tie. It would have been $4,000 or $3,000. And then my biggest win, I was doing a NBA Finals or NBA playoffs last year, and I did a FanDuel lineup for $10, and it turned into like $2,200. But I've had a couple. You guys seen when I did a $100 bet, and I took Phoenix at home. They were down by 14, and I picked them to win by, or they were down by 12 at home in the third quarter, or right before halftime, and I picked them to win by 18 at home. And I ended up winning by 24, and the $100 paid like 1,200 times. It's plus 1,200. So that was my biggest hit on just $100 on just a straight up team bet. Well, it was a two-way parlay. The win, and then they had to cover by so many. But I like to do analytics, and I don't care if it's in the crypto markets or if it's in sports betting. I love to do analytics, so I'll break it down in ways. And then I'll pick players that I know aren't going to be picked, that are going to have some kind of performances. And then the most heavily picked player, 9 times out of 10, I will not pick them. Because then you get a bunch of ties at the top. And yeah, I won't always win, but when I do win, I'm not split with 1,000 fucking people. I'm split with a couple at most. So it's the same thing with crypto, guys. You play the analytics game. You try to understand what's going on, because it's all based on the numbers. It's not just crypto. It's not just the stock market. It's not just the gold markets. You can do sports betting. You go to the casino. And you can put the odds in your favor. Not saying you're going to win, because most times the house wins. And in crypto, most times you're going to get liquidated. Unless you have a plan. I have a plan, a steadfast plan that we buy at the bottom. It seems simple. And you turn yourself into a long holder. Anything other than that, I'm not interested in these 5 to 10 to 15% trades. 15% might be a little bit nicer. But between the in and out fees, the taxes, it's just not worth it. You got short-term tax implications every single time you sell. So you could sell 4 or 5 times in one day, and you're getting taxed on each and every transaction. Even if you're losing money, you still have to pay the transaction fees. And in the USA, with what they're doing with the crypto, it's a very dangerous game to start getting caught in those tax implications. It's going to cost a lot of money, so make sure you got some overhead profit if you're going to be cashing out. So we're just waiting for this bear pennant to fall down. It's that simple. It's so simple now. We're waiting for the first drop of $84. That's in the daily. You'll be able to see a much better implication of this. And then we're waiting for the drop to 75 and ultimately 67. So it's a 3-step drop. And this isn't the end of it. We're just going to have a nice rally after we make these drops. And then we're going to have an overall collapse where you guys are going to, you're not even going to be able to buy bridges after that drop. So pay attention, be alert, make sure to hit that like button. I'll be back when appropriate. Check out my Twitter and my Swing Traders Anonymous in the video description below. We're at 686 subscribers of Swing Traders Anonymous. It'd be great to get to 700 this week. We usually get anywhere from 7 to 15 new subscribers a day. Well, I would say 5 to 15, because some days there's like 3, some days there's 15, some days there's 10. So if you want to check out some extra content, go check that out. I did a phenomenal update just a few hours ago.